but some kind of union, which is not going to be easy, because the private people would punch back. You understand? But for them, profit is their main motivator. Profit. You understand me? So, if we get to a time where the GJA, for example, decides to unionize so that it will be in a position to negotiate the base pay, the minimum wage, and things like that for journalists, fine. Then that time will come where people will not look as solid. Because when the assignment closes,
definitely,
I'm from Zero FM, I'm from so and so, I'm from so and so. They're all waiting for something. Some of them, the story even never comes out. You understand? So there is more work to be done, but that is not to say ours a hopeless situation. I don't think so. We are in a new dispensation.
Practically, but there are media houses that pay well.
Well,
right?
They
There are
pay
media houses
well.
that pay well.
No,
but still, they are journalists for Leslie. Right?
They're paying. Look, now we are on Momo. Even the Momo Soli is being faster and better than the Tabletop. You know.
So it's a normal thing.
Yes, I mean the Momo Soli is faster and better than that one. Nobody knows how much you got. Only you and the Momo person. You understand? But as I was saying, it is not a hopeless situation. When you look at the role the media plays in any democratic dispensation, you realize that things would have to eventually pan out, level out, for us to be able to do what we have to do. And this would come from both the practitioners, that's the media, and the authorities.
It's good you actually mentioned the GJA, because Roland Afomoni, the GJA president, was actually there at the conference, and he also made mention of course, resources that journalists need to make their work. And the way he sounded, it's as if the situation, the way he painted the situation, as if it's an awful situation that actually needs urgent tackling. Are we just looking at financial constraints as the only challenge?
Indeed, I say yes. If you say the way he painted the situation made it look awful, I'm tempted to agree with him. We are indeed in an awful situation. And the problem, I'm just holding with me the 1992 Constitution, the chapter that guarantees all the media freedoms. And if you read the Article 162, the clause 3, it says there shall be no impediment to the establishment of private press or media. And in particular, there shall be no law requiring any person to obtain a license as a prerequisite to establishment or operation of a newspaper, journal, or other media for mass communication or information. And I ask myself, the framers of the 1992 Constitution, did they do the framing on issues of the media with the mindset that the media could be used as a business, a tool, commercial tool, or they saw the media as a social service?
Yeah.
And so you realize that the problem in the media, especially with the advent of the freeing of the airwaves, we have a lot of people going into the media space without the financial wherewithal. So I know I have some connections I can exploit to get a frequency. I get the frequency, and the law says there shall be no impediment. And so I don't care a hoot who sits behind a microphone to broadcast. I don't care a hoot about the qualification of the one I am putting the pen in the hands to begin writing. You understand? So there is a generic problem. It's like the media space is now like a free for all. Free for all thing. They spoke about this only. I have my own.
No, come on with it.
I have my own issues with.
Come on. And I love the bit about the Momo thing. I mean, I think it's
smart,
more sophisticated.
smart.
You know, I love that one.
Sometimes I find it difficult that he spoke about the 80s. Till date, we have not been able to draw a clear distinction between what is called inducement and what is called gratification. I have my own, but
that is another
topic for another day.
I tell you.
So, but there are challenges. You are talking about unionization. No amount of unionization is going to resolve that problem, because don't forget, to join a union itself, it's not binding. It's a voluntary thing. You understand? I have my media outlet. You say you want to join a union. I say I close down my station. Where does your union leads you to? You understand? So most of the problems we are facing in this country, whether in the media, in every facet of our life, has the genesis from the kind of constitution we are raising. Because these cameras, the studio, requires a lot of money. And so if there are no laws to check whether I have the financial muscle to be able to put in place a studio like this, what is the guarantee that I will be able to employ people and pay them well, such that I can demand of them utmost professionalism?
Exactly.
You understand?
And that's where my point begins.
Free for all. And so issues about professionalism is difficult, because for you to say you are hiring a professional will mean that you must make some level of financial commitment. You must pay that person as a professional. Once you are paying that person as a professional, then you can demand of the person all the professional qualities you desire. But if you don't have the finances,
do you need a constitutional provision for this? I mean, common sense should tell you that if
it
you're
is not
setting up
about
a
common
business,
sense. The law says there shall be no impediments.
Yeah.
There shall be no impediments whatsoever. So it's a free for all thing. And don't forget, yes, we have the business ownership, we have the state ownership, and we have the political ownership.
Exactly.
yeah,
For the businessman, some level of professionalism will entail that
Will play
certain
into it.
volume of business comes in there. So even though you may not put any impediment, that is a business he has established. He will try as much, or he or she will try as much as possible to meet certain tenets within the commercialization.
okay,
But those who establish media outlets as political tools do not care. But because at the end of the day, it is to achieve a certain political
Objective.
agenda.
objective. You understand? And I say, if you have done the history of media development in Ghana, you realize that we have not departed from how it started. And that is why the framers failed to avert their minds to point that media had become a huge commercial activity, for which reason it shouldn't have been a free for all, opening the floodgate for everybody to be able to move in there.
Opening the floodgates in abundance.
You understand? Because the people who started as journalists in our part of the world, most of them were highly placed individuals. So whether it was those who started the Gold Coast Gazette or
That's right.
whatever,
Some of them were
people
lawyers.
of
Some of
substance.
them
Some
were
were lawyers,
lecturers.
you understand? So
Scholars.
they did journalism as a pastime.
Yeah.
The love for writing and they love to champion issues about. So for them, it was a social service. Today, it is no more just a social service, but it is also a commercial activity where people's survival depend on.
Okay.
And so that conference, I heard the president say he prefers a reckless media to and I said, no, I cannot agree with the president.
I do not.
I cannot.
Can't.
There should be no room
For
for recklessness in the media space. There should be no room, because you are talking about people's reputation, national cohesion, national security. Yes, we may have survived the recklessness we see within the system, but who knows what recklessness will drive us into the abyss tomorrow. And so there should be no room for that. And if we are being sincere to ourselves, do we appreciate the kind of media space we operate in? We all complain in our closet, and it's like nobody has got the courage
Muscles, yeah.
to build a cat. That where the media is driving us towards is not for the good of this our society.
Okay. We're looking at media freedom.
Yeah.
Benamba, we're looking at media freedom, and then we bring this up. In a way, I would ask, so where is the media freedom advocacy that we are actually asking for, in the midst of us being professional, in the midst of us doing the right thing to make sure that the profession itself is sound? And of course, on the background of you saying that there should be some kind of constitutional provision that should whip everybody in line. So then, wouldn't that be some sort of a control towards media freedom?
There should be control.
Some level of control.
Earlier on, you asked a question whether it was just a financial, relating it to Alpha Money's statement. You asked whether it was just financial or economic or whatever. But I think that before I come to the regulation, let's talk about human resource. Human resource is a major issue in the media space as we sit here. He was just talking of the proliferation of media houses, radio stations, newspapers, and the financial
Which I think he has a problem with. You have a problem with that?
Yeah.
The plurality of the media.
Yeah, no problem.
Cliff.
But the
Yeah, I do not plurality without any form of
Any
regulation.
control.
yes,
Any form of regulation.
sure. So a lot of proliferation of newspapers, radio stations, they come out, as he said, because they are not asked to go for licenses. They have some capital, they start their media houses. But when they start the operation, at the point you get to know that no, maybe I'm biting more than I can chew, because you need to employ professionals. You need to pay them as professionals. You need to get the right equipment, to get the right sound, the right pictures, the quality of pictures that you need in your media house. So in the event that you are unable to cater for all these needs, basic needs for your operation, you end up going for mediocrity. And that is what we are facing in the system now. You go and see some radio presenters, and you this man, he's a lecturer, and I know you go and you listen to people who call themselves radio presenters, and they cannot even express themselves in English. Good, they can't speak good English. They cannot write good sentences in stories. This is because their media houses are pretending to be paying them, and they too are pretending to be doing the work as they are expected to do. So coming back to the regulation, I think that the regulation should come back to the ability to establish media houses. Although you are not supposed to procure a license before starting a media house, your capital and wherewithal should be vetted to know whether you be able to come out with the best of equipment in your operation, to know whether you be able to come out with good recruitment that will maintain standards in your studios. If we are able to regulate them on those grounds, at the end of the day, I think the problems that we are facing today will at the end of the day be surmounted. So how do we regulate it? They are not supposed to be licensed. They are supposed to perform freely. So these are the flexibility to me is too much, and we have to find a way of striking a median to ensure that much as they are not supposed to be censored at the beginning, they should be able to vet them from the beginning to know what capital they have to take care of their responsibilities as employers, so that at the end of the day, the mediocrity that we have in the system will be eliminated for the betterment of all media houses in Ghana.
Okay, I'm going to ask you two questions in one.
Right.
I know you're experienced. You can.
Another way of calling me
Okay.
an old man.
So, we've laid down the challenges. These are real facts and issues that are really going on right now. The milk has already been spilled. What is the way forward? How can we arrest the situation? We're talking about proper regulation and all of that. How can all of this be harnessed to make sure that we have the kind of sane media operation or media function in this country as we should? And then let's relate this to objectivity of the media, because I think this kind of issue also affects how the media operates in terms of being objective in their deliveries.
Okay, let me read something by Nana Ama Ajimai Asante, writing on freedom of the media. She says, the Ghana Journalists Association has a huge role to play. It can prioritize the interests of journalists by demanding fair wages, job security, and improved work conditions for them. Right? And she says, donors and investors in media development should focus their investments in independent local media outlets to ensure long-term sustainability of the marketplace.
Okay.
You understand?
I've just been alerted that we have 5 minutes.
5
more,
minutes. So it's all is not lost. It is a developing process. And as we go along, we must be able to shape things. Cliff talked about personnel, for example. That is very critical. You don't go to your village, see somebody displaying at a
funeral
or a wedding because he's so eloquent. You bring him, put him behind a microphone without training and stuff. And you know, all those things, as we go along, we're shaping up. For now, we will struggle a bit. But with time and with diligence, we can do something.
Okay.
We can.
So it's not the responsibilities of only the regulating bodies, but then individuals, especially those who set up media houses as well.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Interestingly,
2 minutes.
Article 164 gives some kind of a solution to the quagmire in which we find ourselves. And I'll read. It says the provision of Articles 162 and 163 of the Constitution are subject to laws that are reasonably required in the interest of national security, public order, public morality, and for the purpose of protecting the reputation, rights, and freedoms of other persons. So, is it possible to enact a law that would even determine how much should be the entry point for anybody wanting to work within the media space? You understand?
Yeah.
Interestingly, this article has been in from the day the Constitution was assented to and no one has spoken about it. Sometimes you hear the National Media Commission tell you they are helpless, they have no teeth to bite, when all they need to do is to push for a regulation, a law coming under Article 164 to be enacted, and then in there we put all that we all require and aspire to be in there, such that the NMC becomes a very strong regulatory body that can whip everybody in line, not to micromanage, but whip us in line. So I think as we continue to have this conversation, the National Media Commission must take the lead by looking at how they can push for the actualization of the Article 164 for the benefit of all of us.
We've gone through the challenges and all of that. Something that this is rather a good time to be a journalist in Africa. Finally, let's your final comments on that, Ramsey.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Sure. This is a profession you have chosen to be in. Then you have to incur all the pleasures and displeasures, right? And for me, I think that there's no profession without challenges. The fact that we are facing these challenges doesn't mean that it's not the best profession. We have always faced challenges and will continue to face. There's no profession without challenge. All the professions that we have there, they have their own challenges.
That's right.
It's all about how they handle them. So for me, getting the right caliber of people to manage media houses and getting the right caliber of personnel, reporters, engineers, and everybody in the studio is good enough to carry us forward in the coming years.
Okay. I'd like to thank you, gentlemen, for today's. I know Tekichi actually wants to say something.
No. I've just said it. I think all is not. It's not lost.
All is not
time.
lost. That's right.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
I think what we
it's
need
not
to do now is to leverage on our good position on the ranking and push for the development of this country.
Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being in the studios with us. We've been discussing media freedom and, of course, looking at the rankings, the Reporters Without Borders, and the index they have, the rankings. Ghana is third in Africa and 30th on the world scale. I think it means that we are doing well. But just like our panelists have said, we have some things to look at. We have some webs to clear out of our closets. Thank you very much for being in the studios with us. I've been talking to Tekichi, who is a lecturer at the Wisconsin University College, Ghana. In the middle is Cliff Ekwaful, a journalist with the New Times Corporation, and of course George Ramsey Benamba, who is the chief editor, Ghana News Agency. Thank you very much for making justice this very discussion that we have here. Let the debate continue out there. We need sanity in the media space. My name is Jonathan Thompson. We shall be back again next week with another edition of Reporters Roundtable. Bye.